It's a lovely evening and welcome to the ICU TV's main news. Today, Sunday the 30th, which happens to be the last day of November 2025, and indeed compliments of the season. We are coming to you live from our Lusaka studios right here in Chalala Rockfield area. Remember to follow us on ICU TV News as well as ICU TV. Also subscribe and follow us on our YouTube channel. Stories making headlines tonight. Constitutional Court dismisses Lazi's case against Speaker Ms. Mutti. Zambia records 2.4 million tourist arrivals in 2025. ECZ closes voter registration as figures are expected this week. And in our international news, Indonesia floods death toll rises to 442 as hundreds remain missing. And in our sports news, Elizabeth Mukoloma wins silver for Zambia at 2025 Soweto Marathon. Details coming up shortly. Thank you so much for joining me, and with the details, I am Mishekin Jakra Edgars. The Constitutional Court has dismissed a case by the Law Association of Zambia against the National Assembly Speaker Nelly Mutti over the progression of the Constitution Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025. The Constitutional Court ruled that the Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha is the rightful legal representative for all public officials, including the Speaker, across all arms of the government. It dismissed Lazi's argument that the Attorney General should not represent the Speaker on matters of legislative decisions. The case stemmed from Lazi's objection to the constitution of the bill's legislative process, despite a prior court ruling that called for wider consultation. The petition had been initially filed by former Lumezi MP Mnia Zulu and lawyer Celestina Mukandila. Zambia says it is on track to reach 2.4 million international tourist arrivals by the end of 2025, with projections of over 3 million visitors in January 2026. Speaking during the third edition of the Tourism Excellency Awards in Lusaka, Tourism Minister Rodney Sikumba attributed the growth to expanded market outreach in India, China, and the Gulf region, as well as a strengthened national MICE calendar. As of October 2025, Zambia had recorded 2 million arrivals, supported by strategic government interventions in infrastructure development, domestic tourism promotion, and improved service delivery. Mr. Sikumba reaffirmed the government's commitment to positioning Zambia as a world-class tourism destination, highlighting gains in air connectivity, regulatory reforms, and the $100 million Great TDP investment. And Zambia Tourism Agency ZTA board chairperson Dan Brink said the agency's strategy has seen significant gains in the Holiday Yamuloko campaign and a 10% rise in domestic travel, and over 107 tour operators now participating. ZTA is targeting 5,000 domestic bookings under the campaign and says its success is reflected in the growing recognition, and it continues to receive it. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has officially concluded the extended voter registration exercise, which ran from Thursday 27th of November to Saturday 29th of November 2025. ECZ chairperson Mwangala Zalomisa thanked citizens who participated and confirmed that final provincial statistics are still being compiled. She urged the public to wait for official figures and cautioning against circulating unofficial data. Ms. Zalomis reminded the stakeholders that only ECZ is mandated to issue voter registration statistics and code for patients as the Commission prepares to release the final numbers this week. Well, this story brings us to the first set of commercials, and coming up in the news, government reaffirms a commitment to pension reforms for income security and dignity. Details after this break.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to ICU TV's main news. Government has reaffirmed its commitment to delivering a pension system that ensures income security and dignity for Zambian workers after retirement. Labour and Social Security Minister Brenda Tambatamba said Cabinet approved comprehensive reforms in January 2025 to address low coverage, delayed payment, and inadequate benefits. She said public service workers will benefit from an improved fund that raises their income replacement ratio to 60 to 65%. Meanwhile, Emoluments Commission Director General Chembo Mbula said the drafted bills seek to fix funding gaps in public pension schemes, and Parliamentary Committee Chairperson Sibeso Sefulo assured the Minister of support to harmonize all pension funds. In other news, government has recognized the crucial role the private sector plays in creating employment for the young people. Minister of Sports, Youth and Arts, Elvis Nkandu, said job creation by private companies empowers youths and boosts economic growth. He commended Choppy's supermarket during a visit to its Leopards Hill branch for creating over 2,400 direct jobs. Choppy's country head Shok Pina announced that 2 new branches in Serenje and Kasumbalesa will open before 2025 comes to an end. Well, this story brings us to our second set of commercials, and still to come is more news. Do not go away.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to ICU TV Main News. International news. The death toll from a catastrophic floods and landslides in Indonesia has risen to 442. with 402 people still missing, according to the National Disaster Management Agency. The worst hit areas are on Sumatra Island, where thousands remain stranded without food or water. Now, North Sumatra, West Sumatra, and East provinces have been the most affected. Across the Southeast Asia, over 600 people have died as monsoon rains cause widespread devastation in Indonesia, Thailand, and Malaysia. Flooding has also damaged infrastructure and cut off communication. Still, in international news, more than 250 children are missing after armed men abducted over 300 students from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Nigeria on the 21st of November. Terrified parents say they fear speaking out due to threats from the kidnappers. Now, the incident is part of the rise in mass abductions by criminal gangs whose kidnappings for ransom. Families are pleading for urgent help as fear and despair grows. We go for another break, and still to come in sports news, Elizabeth Mukoloma wins a silver medal for Zambia at 2025 Soweto Marathon. Stay tuned for more details.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. And now the sports news. Zambia's long-distance runner Elizabeth Mukoloma has won a silver medal at the 2025 Soweto Marathon in South Africa. Mukoloma, who represents Kansanshi Athletics Club, clocked 2 hours, 35 minutes and 59 seconds in the 42-kilometer race, securing second place in a highly competitive field. Her performance marks a major milestone for Zambian athletics and highlights the country's growing presence in the international long-distance athletics. Well, this sports item brings us to the news. Well, that sports item rather brings us to the end of the main news at 20 hours. But before we let you go, here is a recap of the top stories. Constitutional Court dismisses last case against Speaker Mutti. Zambia records 2.4 million tourist arrivals in 2025. ECZ closes voter registration. Final figures are expected this week. And in international news, Indonesia floods death toll rises to 442 as hundreds remain missing. And finally, in sports news, Elizabeth Mukoloma wins a silver medal for Zambia at the 2025 Marathon in South Africa. Well, on that note, we have come to the end of tonight's main news. the last day of November 2025. For these and other stories, feel free to stay glued to our pages on our various social media platforms, or better still, visit us at www.icutvzm.com. Compliments of the season, enjoy the rest of the week, and indeed, happy new month in advance. This is me, Shekin Chakwa Edgars, and on behalf of the ICU TV crew, it is good night and God bless you.